Nearly 3 months ago, I used a pig cannon to go to the world border, and I was stranded, unable to return home. So I built a new base. I built ways to get rare items, and then I built 100 farms, waiting patiently for the day where I would find a way to get back home. And ladies and gentlemen, that day is today. You see, I've received hundreds of comments of people telling me to just break my bed, go through an end portal, and then I'll end up back at spawn. I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner, it's just so simple. I can use my blaze farm to get the blaze rods, my enderman farm to get the ender pearls, and then I'll craft 64 eyes of ender, which means we can now track down the stronghold. Oh, wait. On Java Edition, there's only 128 strongholds in a Minecraft world, and they stop generating after 24,000 blocks. That means I'd have to travel 29,976,000 blocks to get to one, which would take pretty much the same time that it would take me to get back to spawn. So please, stop commenting this idea. The actual way to get home is much more complicated, because we're going to need thousands of boats, melons, chunk loaders, a fancy fishing rod, and a pig. Yeah, it was a pig that got me into this mess, and it'll be a pig that gets me out of it. Now, straight off the bat, I need a load of redstone components. That includes observers, hoppers, repeaters, pistons, droppers, and so much more. For all of that, I'm going to need over 10 stacks of redstone, so how about we make a bit of a challenge out of this? I'm going to put a 1-hour timer on screen, and I've got to try and get 10 stacks of redstone before the time runs out. And with the time now ticking, my first protocol is to find a cave. Hopefully this goes down. Oh, yes, it does. I'm going to grab my fortune pickaxe and get busy mining. Already, we've got 6 redstone. What a great start. Although this cave is a dead end, maybe not such a great start after all. If I have to, I will dig down, but it does kind of keep opening up. And there's little deposits here and there. Just annoying because in a lush cave, I feel like a lot of the ores get hidden by the moss, which definitely makes it trickier. But already I have managed to get 1 stack. And there's still a decent amount of redstone knocking about. This challenge looks like it's going to be quite easy, doesn't it? Oh, wait. You thought I meant 10 stacks of redstone dust in an hour? Oh, no. I mean 10 stacks of redstone blocks. We've only got 25 so far. And I'm pretty sure I've completely explored this entire cave. And popped it. What are you doing, SB737? Fly carefully. I'll never get home if I do stuff like that, will I? Let me grab another totem. We've only got 4 left now. And let me be a little bit more careful when flying around. Also, whilst the time is ticking, guys, do you like the little t-shirt I'm wearing? It's quite cool, isn't it? It's a little SB737 penguin with sunglasses. And I've actually gone ahead and bought a fancy new printer machine to make merch for you guys. Just look at it go. It's really fancy. It's really cool. And it can basically do anything. And so with all that power, I chose to do this because I'm still learning to use it, and I'm still testing out new designs all the time. Also, once you've printed it, you put it into this fancy drawer dryer, and it makes it lovely and warm to wear afterwards. And it makes sure that the ink dries for you too. Ooh, diamonds. Don't get distracted, SB. You're meant to be looking for redstone. So I've put a link in the description if you'd like to buy these little penguin t-shirts. They're in 4 different colors, and I'll be helping the team to print most of them out because it's very fun to do, to be honest. And I'm also adding an option on the product page where you can personalize it and add your name on it, because I can literally print anything onto it. So you can get SB73700 if you want, or if you name something else, then you'll be able to add that. You can type in whatever you want. It will cost a little bit extra because it does take a little bit extra time to put the name in and make sure it's all calibrated correctly, etc. Like, look at this. I've got one with Dan, and yes, I have ears, by the way. I've got one with Daniel printed on it. If only I knew someone called Dan. Oh, wait, that's my name. I actually think that is really cool. So if you want to be one of the OGs and help me test out this fancy new printer, then go ahead and grab yourself a t-shirt. They're only going to be on sale for a few weeks, I think, so don't miss your opportunity. In other news, I have a stack and 14 of redstone blocks. 10 stacks in an hour is going to be a real challenge. It might be doable, but I'm going to have to find a really big cave that is absolutely full of redstone. Also, the t-shirts are on SB737.store, by the way. Link is at the top of the description. And now I have just 45 minutes left to get another 8.5 stacks of redstone blocks. Over 2 stacks. Okay, things are moving well, and there's just under 40 minutes to go. It's gonna be amazing if I actually somehow pull this off. I almost feel like I've left myself with too much to do. Any redstone into... Oh, well, that's a great little boost. Get out of here, you. I'm going to waste time taking out the spiders. And my only worry is I am having to spend quite a lot of time strip mining to find new caves. Which is okay when you find caves that are this big. Although when it comes to redstone... I suppose there is a little bit. Another spawner? They're not normally this easy to find with more redstone. Well, that's a great thing. A third one? I tell you what, you can never find these when you want them, can you? But as soon as you're not bothered, they're everywhere. And right next to them is the redstone. Much more excited about this. I now have less than 30 minutes left, and I'm at 3.5 stacks. It's not looking good, but I might be able to pull it back. If I can find one good cave, I reckon I can. Instead, I just keep finding diamonds everywhere. Just over 20 minutes remain, and I'm at 4 stacks. And I'm also having to do a massive strip mine. A massive strip mine which has led to a pretty good cave, complete with redstone. This is it, guys. This is the cave that I've been dreaming of. It's huge. There's redstone. Don't tell me it's going to spawn a warden or something stupid, because that is not a problem that I want to have to deal with. I've spotted a shrieker. Let's just get rid of it. Then I don't have to worry when I go to this redstone. It's another big cave. I tell you what, there is a chance that we do this. I know my chances are slim, but there is some serious redstone around here. And if I was looking for diamonds, it would be amazing. I'm not really bothering with the diamonds too much, but they are everywhere too. Now down to less than 5 minutes left. And let's be honest, I have got a lot of redstone, and I've just come across another great cave. But it would seem that it is sad to say that 10 stacks of redstone blocks was maybe just a little bit too steep. Yep, we're into the final minute. I don't think I'll find any more, so I'll craft up what I've got. And we ended up with 6 stacks and 19 blocks. Not too bad. You know what? That is a valiant effort in just an hour's mining. Plus, we got 1.5 stacks of diamonds, which is a bonus. I reckon if I hadn't spent some of the time plugging this t-shirt, we might have done it. No, we wouldn't have done it anyway. Oh, hey, more redstone. But yeah, I used up valuable minutes plugging the t-shirt, so you should definitely go and check it out. And with all the redstone now out of the way, and my haircut too, I can now focus on making every single one of the needed redstone items. Although for all of it, I'm going to need another 21 slime balls. And due to the mob switch in my world, slimes won't spawn, which means we're going to need to get them from weak baby pandas sneezing. Yep, that's how we're going to do it. Feels kind of evil, but hey, it does get results. And after a couple of days of using this, I've got more than enough. I'll be so glad when I can just use a normal slime farm again to get all of those. And when I upgrade my world to 1.21, which I will do in this video, I just have some things to do at my base before I'm ready to update. But when I do that, I can use a new oozing potion effect to get absolutely loads of slime. Now, as mentioned earlier, to get home, I am going to need melons. If only last episode I'd built 100 farms and had a melon farm. Oh, wait! I've got one right here. I've also got all these phantoms attacking me, 4 of them. Well, you know what? It's time to turn the tables, because if I go into here, they will then get trapped as they try to attack me. Yeah, that's right. You should have stayed at home. Anyways, 30 melons in total that I need, so I've got more than enough. You know what else I need to get back home? Sea pickles. If only I'd got a sea pickle for... Oh, wait. I've got one of them too. Getting me loads and loads of sea pickles that I can use for the build. In other news, I will also need about 10 stacks of sand, which I can get fairly easily by destroying this whole desert. And how am I going to smelt all of this, you may be wondering? Well, it's a good thing that last episode, I also built this fancy little super smelter. I'm going to use deep slate bricks for the building blocks, as well as some quartz. And with enough glass now smelted, all I'm missing is 4 stacks of rails. And I also need a few more powered ones, but I've only got 2 gold. So I reckon the quickest way for me to get more is not to go mining, not to go to a bastion, but instead head up here to grab it from my gold farm. And with that, I now have all the needed materials to build the actual machine that will get me home. To actually use it, I will still need thousands of boats, a fancy fishing rod, and a pig. But I reckon it'll be good to at least get a few blocks down and make a start on the machine that will get me home. These chests are going to be where all of the boats are going to be stored, and the boats are what will give the pig its momentum. I'll explain it properly when the machine is in use. This right here is where the boats are going to be dispensed, which is why the trapdoor must be waterlogged. This redstone mainly affects the timings. It'll detect when the pig is over here and then dispense the boats accordingly. Plus, this hopper clock right here will decide how long the pig will gain momentum for. I know it might not properly make sense right now, but I will explain it when the machine is in action, and you'll fully understand it, I promise. And in the meantime, I need to add a long redstone line that goes 16 chunks in this direction. This block is going to be where the pig will be inside a minecart. As you can see, it is just into lazy chunks. And if you push a pig that's in a minecart whilst it's in lazy chunks, you can get the pig back over there and keep the minecart in lazy chunks. And then that is why we're able to use the pig to travel millions and millions of blocks. This is where the melons come in, because they will not be moved by the slime blocks. And this part of the machine is also done. The top redstone line will make this flying machine push the pig over there, and the bottom line of redstone will push the remaining minecart into the fire, which is what will release the pig and make it fly so far. And when using this machine, for the client to see the pig that's here, you need to unload the chunks and come back again. So whilst the player isn't loading the chunks, the game will be using chunk loaders. But to achieve that, I'm going to build a massive minecart track that takes me about 20 chunks in that direction. Distance-wise, I'm happy with this. I just hope I've got enough rails but I'm not convinced I have. Nope, not quite. I am unfortunately going to have to fly back home to craft quite a few more. Although I do have 18 in a chest. That's useful. And if I combine some more with a bunch of sticks, I think a stack and 18's got to be enough. Although now I'm looking ahead, I'm thinking maybe I misjudged this. And there we go. The machine is built. I'm going to push a hopper minecart up against this anvil. And then using a piston, I can push a block into it, add back the water. And now, when the lava in this dispenser breaks all the boats, the hopper minecart will pick them all up, which will refill the entire system. A couple of extra minecarts are also needed, and I've added 4 stacks and 33 items into this hopper, which determines how long the pig will gain momentum for. So whilst the machine is now done, there's still quite a few things I need to get. Let's begin with all of those boats. Right here, I do have a little manual tree farm, which it works okay. I mine away, plant a new sapling, and I can just keep getting wood over and over again. However, for me to use this and get all of the boats, it would take quite a long time. And then for the second option, there's my azalea leaves farm. This works by me sitting here and planting down azalea trees, and then I can gather up all of the leaves using shears. I do get logs as the TNT blows up the tree, but because I have to wait for the player to mine up leaves in between, I still don't get that many logs. Which means I think in order to get back home, I should build a brand new tree farm. One that is extremely quick and that will allow me to completely fill up the system with boats. And thanks to all of these farms, plus all of these redstone blocks that I got, I can get almost every single needed item to build it. But I am going to need 73 sticky pistons. That means I need 73 slime balls. So I'm going to have to do a lot of breeding. And these baby pandas are going to have to do a lot of sneezing. I've now finished taking advantage of all the sickly children. Don't take that out of context. And I have all the slime balls I need. And those were definitely the hardest of the things to get. Everything else can either be grabbed from somewhere in this chest room, out of the little super smelter, or I can craft them. That is everything except for one item, because I'll also need 78 spruce logs. Something I can pretty easily get from this tree. If you didn't know, this tree was part of my podzol and dirt farm, as I can place down loads of moss, and then it will get converted into podzol or dirt for me. Most importantly, it has got me the 78 logs that I need. So let's build the final farm that I need at the world border. And on a side note, why are there sniffers everywhere? How have they escaped? They're supposed to be trapped in here, getting me loads of different seeds. I guess I'll have to make these walls a bit higher or something. Right here is the spot that it's going to be built. And this water will push the items all the way to here. This hole here is going to be the storage system. I'm going to have glass blocks like that so that water can push... What am I doing? Going all over the place with these electro... Anyway, yes, water will push the items along. Right here we have a dispenser onto the dirt block, and this is what's going to grow the trees. This system is going to have the bone meal in it, and this lever is the on-off switch. So as you can see, these are now going crazy at these dispensers and droppers. I turn it off, and they stop. With that out of the way, I can make this wall a bit taller. And when I say a bit taller, I mean quite a lot taller, actually. All of this water is going to protect the wall from explosions. This is where the redstone gets a little bit more complicated as it collects all the items and is eventually going to destroy the leaves and move the logs through here. You can probably see why I now needed so many of these sticky pistons, and I'm just going to keep doing this all the way up for 6 in total. And what you see over there is going to be repeated on this side too. They're going to be powered by these rows of redstone dust. Using these slabs is how I'm going to power all those pistons, and to power these ones, we're going to use a combination of glass and top slabs. All of this redstone that you see at the top here is for the TNT duping machine that will just drop it down into that water, and then right there where it will break the logs that go into the chests. And after I add these 2 pieces of redstone dust, the tree farm is ready. You can grow oak saplings, birch saplings, and spruce ones. As you can imagine, bone meal is very, very important for it, and this farm has plenty in there. And do you remember that little tree farm that I was showing you earlier? Well, it has a bunch of saplings in the chest, so I'll just use those. All of the bone meal goes into this storage right here, and flicking this lever will turn the farm on. As you can see up there, it is producing TNT, which drops and blows up. And then I go through this door, stand in this corner, and I hold right click here. It grows the trees, pushes them out. And notice how it destroys all the leaves for me instantly as well. It's very, very good indeed, and that's why you could just grow another one. Because it's stripped spruce logs, the trees can still grow. And as the leaves above me get destroyed, I get replenished with new saplings. As you can see, I've already got loads of logs very, very quickly. So I'm going to grab a full stack of saplings so that I definitely don't run out. It kind of just makes it look like Herobrine's been in this forest, doesn't it? And then I can get all of the wood that I could possibly need from this farm. The farm was running well, but it would seem I have run out of bone meal. So I'll switch it off. And after not running it for very long, I think we might have enough. Okay, I don't know why we've got a stripped spruce log in there. But yes, I think that should be enough for at least most of the boats that I need. But I suppose I won't know until I've crafted them all and put them into these chests. This is also going to be really annoying inventory-wise because I'm just not going to have the space for it. And not only have I got to make sure that every single chest is filled, but all these hoppers need to have boats as well as these droppers too. And so that is every single one of the chests filled up. And for this to get me where I need to be, the amount of boats is kind of a precise amount. If I have one boat too many, it could send me like 100,000 blocks too far, which I don't want. So I'm adding 7 extra boats to these hoppers. All the hoppers underneath have also been filled, well as the droppers. So alongside a very precise amount of items in this hopper clock, I have everything I need up here to go the correct distance back home. But we're still not ready. We're going to need 2 chunk loaders to make it work. And we're also going to need the fishing rod. Once I've got those, I'll also need some pigs up there. I already have the saddle, so that's at least something I've got. And my idea to get a really good fishing rod is to actually go fishing. You see, last episode, I built this fish farm. The way it works is you close up this gate, you walk as far forward as you can, and then you use your fishing rod. From there, you hold right click, and then you'll automatically reel in anything you catch. We literally just then got lure 2. All right, fantastic. We're switching out to that already. I'll be honest, guys, I've been here for some time. I have managed to get a lot of loot, including a mending fishing rod, which I started using. It started to get its durability back. But I don't really want to spend too much more time there, so I'm going to offload all of the fish-related stuff that I caught. Unbreaking 3 and mending is good enough. Technically, you could do this with a normal fishing rod, but since it's such a fancy big thing that I'm doing going home, I wanted a cool enchanted one. Yeah, did I go about it the fastest way? Maybe not, but it was certainly an easy way to get one. I also had some skulk sensors in my ender chest, so I'm going to go like this. Mine them all up, which means I've got a full durability fishing rod. And so now, I need to build 2 more chunk loaders so that the farm will properly work. And I need to get some pigs. Because that's be a pig right here. I feel like getting the pigs might be tricky, although there is at least one there. Come on, mate. Surely you've got a friend. Where is he? Yes, he has. Fantastic. Right, if I can just get both of you into there, then that will be fantastic. Leads will be useful. I'd have to update to 1.21 to put them in boats and then lead the boats up there. That would probably be easier, but I've got another way of doing it. I'll just leave you right here for a second, Cedric, so that I can grab some blocks to build a massive staircase. Next, I'm going to grab little Cedric, and I would carefully lure him upwards, but he's so stupid. Come on. Walk around and up the stairs. Spend 5 minutes building it. At least use it, little fella. Right here you can go. And I would give you a name, little fella, but we ran out of name tags, so you're just pig, okay? It's not because I don't love you as much. I just ran out of name tags. In you go as well. Let's break all of this. And you guys can be bred. There we go, get me a baby. And this system will allow me to breed more of them and also get one in a minecart. Once I've got one, it's going back and forth. We can flick this lever. It'll go down there, and I can then push him into... Okay, I broke it. I'm sorry, Cedric. Oh, and he's gone down. No! Don't die! Do something, Espit. He's gonna die, isn't he? I am so sorry. But at least Cedric's still alive. Here, little baby. Have a load of carrots. And then I can grab him. And this time, I'll make sure he doesn't die. And let's make sure that pig sacrifice was not forgotten and not in vain. Instead, it's a... Yeah, it's a tasty morsel. My fishing rod can safely go into this chest. And the only thing we need to do now before we can go back home is build 2 chunk loaders. Chunk loaders are seriously one of the simplest things to build. Very quick. So I'll grab the needed materials and then the building can begin. Now this chunk here needs to be in entity processing chunks at all times. That means that it needs to be in the exact same chunk that the nether portal is in, or in any one of these 8 chunks that are connected to it. So there's 9 chunks in total that this could be in. I'm going to do it in the exact same chunk just to make it easier. We're going to have a couple of hoppers like this. And when I said it's really simple, I wasn't joking. You put a slab there, you get rid of that. Then placing the hopper minecart here makes it slide to there. I'll light up this portal and record the coordinates. And then I'm going to go to this portal above the nether and build a portal that will perfectly connect. So looking good to me. If I put this minecart here it's going to eventually go through the portal. As you can see, the hopper minecart stays there. And then I just placed netherrack either side of this minecart. And as you can see, it's going to now keep coming through. Well, it will when I place the first one down. So as you can see, it's going to get broken on the side, instantly going to this hopper, and a new one is going to get replenished and dispensed over and over again. So the chunk loader is working nicely. If I put this here, I'll be able to see that it's working from further away because of the light as well. And the chunk loader that's going to be over here is where things will be ever so slightly different. You see, this pig needs to be in lazy chunks at all times. So at the end of my render distance, this would be in my render distance. This would be in lazy chunks where entities aren't properly processed. So if I build a chunk loader in this chunk, then this chunk will be loaded properly. This chunk will be loaded properly, but this one and all the others kind of around this line will be lazy chunks. And it happens that this one is the one that has the pig in the minecart in. Does that make sense? The minecart's got to stay in lazy chunks at all times. And as far as building this, it's literally the exact same thing again. And there we have it. 2 working chunk loaders, which means it's done. There's nothing more I can do. I am ready to go back home. Okay, I suppose there's one more thing that I do need to remember. I cannot, under any circumstances, leave without Buddy. No, you can't stay here, little fella. You've got to come back with me. Why is he looking out the window? Come this way. Now, the way I intend to get him back is by using the nether. Now, the chunk loader should, in theory, mean that he'll teleport to me. Because as long as the position that Buddy is at is loaded, yeah, he should teleport. Now, can we get him? Okay, we just sent a panda through. I'm just slowly getting more and more pandas in the nether. Anyway, Buddy is through. And if I take him to one of the chunk loaders that is going to run the farm, as long as he is in any one of these loaded chunks, so basically anywhere along here, he will teleport. So I can head through. You stay there, Buddy. I'll be back. Well, actually, in theory, I'll just see him back home. So yeah, I think we're good. I think it's ready to happen. My ender chest has the needed saddle. There's a needed fishing rod there as well. The correct amount of items are in this hopper. The chests are filled with every single needed boat. And both chunk loaders are successfully running. So I'm going to begin by making sure my render distance and simulation distance are 16 chunks. And then to start the machine, I very simply use this note block. This is going to make a flying machine, bring the pig but leave the minecart behind, and it's going to bring the pig all the way to here. Here it is. The flying machine. There's a pig right there. It might not look like it, but there is. Now, it is dispensing boats. Now, these boats are pushing the pig, okay? I'll be honest, you can't see the pig. I'll make it so you can see the pig. While these boats are being dispensed, as I said, this chunk is now being loaded. The lazy chunk is still being loaded. We can hop in this minecart and unload the chunks on the client side, so on my computer. The game will still load them because of the chunk loaders, but my client side won't have them loaded. I hope that makes sense. I could have done this by just flying to the world border and flying back, but I thought a nice minecart ride would be better. You'll see that very, very shortly, that will disappear out of render distance. There we go. Now it is gone, and I'll be sent all the way back. And now, as I return over here, you can see the pig. He's now visible to you guys. So, as you can see, these boats, now this pig, he can't actually be moved, okay? He is building up momentum because the game still thinks he's in a minecart, but the boats are pushing him. So the game is giving him momentum, all right? But he's stuck in the minecart. As soon as I destroy that minecart, that's still moving, by the way, but as soon as I destroy that minecart, he will then go flying because all of that momentum will be built up. All the boats are now dispensed. They're just constantly pushing him. His momentum number is going up and up and up. Using this note block will activate this redstone and will destroy the minecart. That is what will send this little fella flying, and I will be riding him when he does it. As you know, we have a saddle. We're going to put that on him. Now, the boats are giving him sideways momentum. They're going to make him go flying that way. But we also need him to go a bit upwards so that he don't just go flying straight into the terrain. He needs to fly upwards as well. To do that, we're going to use the fishing rod. The fishing rod is what will give him upwards momentum. So I stand right here and I hook him. And I'm going to do this 20 times in total. So already I've done it 3 times. And you'll see when I actually hook him back in, he doesn't move because he can't move. The game thinks he's in a minecart, but it is giving him upwards momentum. I can technically do this as many times as I want, and I'll just go higher and higher. I haven't actually tested, but I wonder if it could go like 1,000,000 blocks high if you gave him loads of upwards momentum. I think you could. Anyway, that's enough upwards momentum. 20 times. It'll make him fly about 600 blocks up in the air, which is more than enough for the process. So now I just have to wait. I have to wait about 5 days for this entire process to finish. Basically, this is constantly counting down, moving this redstone block. Every time it moves, an observer moves. And once all of these observers kind of move so that they're all in a line right here, the timer finishes. But because of, like, the system, it takes way longer. It takes, like, I don't know, 50 times or something stupid. So the pig is gaining momentum all this time. I'll be back in 5 days when when this is finished. And I know it's finished because that stupid dispenser will stop making a racket. And the lava will destroy all the boats too. And the machine is now completed. The lava destroyed all the boats. And now the hopper minecart is picking them all up. So I'm just going to wait for every single one to go in so that the system fully resets itself. There we go. Now we jump on the pig. The game thinks that the pig is still in a minecart all the way over there in lazy chunks, but he's not. So if we go ahead and get on him, pressing this note block will send a redstone line which will destroy the minecart. This pig has loads of momentum and he will go flying. All that momentum will suddenly take action. He'll go flying in that direction. Now, are you ready, little fella? You're not Cedric. I should have done this with Cedric, although there's a chance the pig would die, which I really don't want. So, it is time to go home. Top left, I've put my coordinates so you can see how fast we are moving. We're 29 million blocks at the moment. And we are going to do this in 3, 2, 1. Ready, little fella? Let's go. This will destroy the minecart in the distance. And... okay, I don't know what just happened there. It was a really weird graphical glitch, but we have carried on through, okay? And now we are traveling. As you can see already, we're down to 22 million blocks, 20 million blocks, 18 million blocks. Oh, it's incredible. 17 million, 15 million, 14 million. And we can actually kind of see the terrain every now and again. 12 million. And we're flying across. It was so weird when I thought I'd gone into the fire. But anyway, it was just a slight visual glitch. We're now at 8 million, 7.3 million, 6.6 million. We are going home, and this pig is coming with me. If he survives, he's going to get his own hotel and house and everything. He deserves it. 4 million, 3.7 million. Look at it. It's getting closer and closer to it. 2.8 million. I mean, I could probably fly back at this point, you know, if I went in the nether. We're down to 2 million now. Less than a million. 700,000, 650,000, and now under 100,000. It's 90,000 blocks, 84,000, 79,000. We are getting closer and closer, guys. It's happening. 48,000, 46,000. It's just watching it count. It's so crazy to see how we've literally just flown 29,900,000 blocks so fast. 36,948. I'm worried about the Z saying we're 272,000 away. We might have a little bit of traveling. We're right now, look like, I don't know what we're above the terrain-wise, 35,000. Oh, it was so close. We've got to 25,000, and we're pretty much now at the point where the pig's more or less run out of momentum. He's now falling down, and he is gonna survive. Yes, he landed. Whoa! How far down did you just go? He went straight to the bottom from all his momentum. So I'm very pleased he survived. Yeah, there is the slight issue that we got a little bit of sideways momentum. So we've still got 272,000 blocks in the Z to get home. I'll try and get you home someday, mate, but it may be a slight challenge. I'm just impressed that we have managed to get within 200,000 blocks of home. That's good enough for me. And of course, if we go into the nether, suddenly we're only 34,000 blocks. And we've got Buddy. Oh, this is brilliant, mate. So it worked. The chunk loader system worked as well. That's fantastic. Okay, buddy. You stay there. I'm going to break this portal. In fact, before I do that, I'm going to send Buddy through. Then I'll break it. And from there, I need to go above the bedrock. I would say it's easily done, but I have the ladders. Didn't bring any ender pearls, did I? So just give me 1 second. I'll just have to try and track down an enderman. There we go. I'll grab an ender pearl. Or maybe I'll grab 2. Who knows? You can never have too many. In fact, we've got 5 altogether. Then I shall fly all the way back to where I was. Thankfully, I wrote down the coordinates of my portal, so I knew exactly where it was. And with that, I can place some ladders and throw the ender pearl through. Come on then, buddy. You can come through. Pig, I will return. Don't ever forget, buddy, where are you swimming off to? Come here. I've just traveled 29 million blocks on a pig, and you can't even go back through a portal. Yes, you need to go back to the nether. I'm sorry. Where are you trying to go? I am your master. Please listen to me. The next update has 8 new wolf variants. Don't think that I can't replace you. Having said that, if there's anyone that's been through thick and thin with me, it is you. Also, I'll only be able to find this portal by looking at this video. So, there we go. I've put the coordinates on. I'm not going to write them down any other way. When we go back for the pig, that's where I've got to go. And this is it. Only 33,000 blocks stand between me and home. And yet, I've got to kind of fly slowly to make sure that Buddy can make it back. Well, I've got some slightly bad news. I have run out of firework rockets and I have no paper. I should have stocked better for this journey. I didn't think I'd have to fly all this way. So I'm going to have to use these last rockets quite well. I can only fly up and down every 500 blocks. Otherwise, Buddy will not teleport. So I'm going as far as I can with these remaining rockets. And the remaining 24,000 blocks are all going to have to be done on foot. Good thing at the very least, I've got loads of food, haven't I? I'm literally just holding a load of keys down on my keyboard with various items that I've got. So I can go hands-free. And I'll be able to get back pretty soon. Thankfully, there's nothing above the nether that can kill you. Yeah, probably famous last words. I'm going to go make a cup of tea. Although, usually something bad happens when I make a tea. Anyway, I'm sure I'll be fine. Is that civilization I see? A chicken! 3 chickens! Why are there chickens everywhere? I have no idea. Very, very strange indeed. But it doesn't matter because I know that these slime blocks lead to the portals. That's the Huglin farm. That's another chicken. And we're here. We've made it. 3 months in the making, and I am back home. And not only have I managed to get back home, but I kind of have a method to get to and from the world border. Assuming I don't run out of firework rockets. Let's head down. Let's do this. All right, buddy. You go first. Hopefully it's okay. Hopefully nothing bad has happened whilst I've been gone. And here we are. Here we are. Oh my goodness. Everything's just as I remember it. Hello, villagers. You've been trapped here for so long. My house. Everything. The sub count's outdated. I got to update that painting to be the latest sub count. We got way more subscribers. It's all here. It's all here. Buddy, do you remember this? It's been so long. Sonic, the villagers. The villager's head, all my items, the storage, the obsidian. It's all here. Finally, I can put items into the auto sorter. I can grab a bunch of paper so that I'm no longer going to run out of firework rockets. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back and we're back on top. Look at all the cool posters. All my notch apples, all my diamonds, my beacons, years of work back in my hands. Buddy, you can go back in your house. You're probably not going to have another adventure for another 3 years now. And boy, is it great to be back. I can do so many more projects again now. We can get going. This is everything we needed. But, ladies and gentlemen, as I have said, a new Minecraft update has come out, and we are still in 1.20.1. We need to update to 1.21, but updating will break something in my world. And that something is my fancy XP farm. You see, the shulker box update suppression will no longer work. If you don't know what that means, you need to watch the video where I build the world's fastest XP farm. But basically, these are all glitch shulker boxes, and the comparators are suppressing the furnaces. If I go like this on a random one, and I break and replace it over and over again, look how fast I'm gaining XP. Over and over again, it just keeps replenishing the XP. It is such a fast one. It's the fastest possible XP farm in Minecraft. It's physically impossible to build a faster one, and once the update, it's not going to work anymore. So I have to use it as much as I can now before it's gone. I can't use it to get the highest possible level because I think somebody got 100,000 levels using this method just by AFKing for like weeks. Well, I'd go way past 10,000 days and everything if I did that. So I don't want to do that. But I'd like to at least get past like, I don't know, 12, 13,000 levels maybe, something like that. I don't know exactly how high, but I'm going to use it for a few days, maybe 10 days, something like that, and see where I end up. Because once I update, I can't use it. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else that I want to do before I update. What are you guys doing here? This is not open to the public. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I want to do before I update my world. All these glitch blocks should still be preserved. So right now, I'm just going to focus on getting as much XP as possible. And that is 12,000 levels that I've just surpassed. I think I'm going to go for 13,000. So guys, we've got a situation. I've managed to lose my world again. Well, kinda. As you can tell right now, I'm at my office where all of the merch gets made. And before, I was recording from home in my bedroom. So I copied my world onto a hard drive so that I could record here, because my world is over 80 gigabytes inside. But my hard drive must have broke, because I've copied it on and it's not showing up. And the exact same thing happened yesterday, and I double-checked this time that it definitely copied on. So I don't know what's going on. I'm running a data recovery scan to see if that works, but there's over 11 hours left. So my world is okay. It's just that it's on my PC at home, which is an hour away from me right now. And I don't have time to drive back home and then record some more of it because I've got things I need to do today as well. Plus, I want to make sure the video gets to you on Saturday. If I go back home, continue recording when I can, it won't happen. So, I'm going to end the episode there, and then in the next video, we will update to 1.21. and also reach 9,000 days, which means there'll be a new poster. And I'm also going to go ahead and buy a new hard drive off Amazon too. So I hope you enjoyed. We're back home. Everything's looking good. I've got a yellow t-shirt on. Go and check them out on sp737.store. You have your name custom under there. And I will get busy making some t-shirts.